Hello StarCraft fans, this is MarineKush. It's going to be a blind cast today. I have not watched this replay, I just know it's a very long game. Going to be on Xel'Naga Caverns. It's the Red Terran ST Bomber in the bottom left, going up against Liquid Haypro. This game is from DreamHack, but someone sent me the replay, said it's a good game, so I thought I'd cast it anyways. I'm not too sure if it was broadcast during the DreamHack stream, whatnot. Maybe some of you have seen that, and if you have, well, that's okay. Just go ahead and watch a different VOD. But if you're going to watch this one, just hang on tight because we are in for a long ride. So it looks like going for that 15 hatch is Haypro. And we got Bomber here going for a little bit of a hidden second racks, but most likely that drone will get in and scout that, but he will be able to lift up, drop it down here, and just pick up the speed as far as how fast the Marines are going to be able to get to this area. Probably going to do some sort of bunker rush. Very typical standard 2 racks opening from Terran here. No gas, just going to be getting some pressure on with those 2 racks Marines and expand behind it. Always a very safe opening for Terran players. So, looks like we have a gas and pool going up now for Haypro. Get that production tab opened up. And yeah, definitely a bunker going down here for Bomber. Spotted here by the Overlord. Gonna have to pull some drones now. Looks like he's just waiting for a few more drones to get that surround. He does start to engage that SCV. SCV going to be using a mineral walk over here to try and get away safely. And these drones going to be picking away at this bunker, but this Marine is going to have to pull some of their attention away. 3 drones pull off and go back, straight back to that bunker. It is forced to be cancelled, so nice defense there by Haypro. Bringing out 8 links and a spine crawler, going to have more than enough to defend there's 2 racks. I mean, of course, the damage may have already been done. Forcing a spine crawler and some links is economic damage in itself, so let's see what Bomber decides to do if he plays it safe and pulls back. We see, the expansion going up on the low ground. A little bit risky. As long as he saves all those Marines, it should be okay, but once speed is out, he may want to get a bunker up just to be safe. Let's see what follow-up he's going to be going for. Looks like he's going to be going up to 4 racks. Pretty common. Still no gas yet, just going to be pumping a lot of Marines. Here come those 8 links now, going to do some scouting out in Bomber's base, but these 5 Marines should be able to handle them. They are not upgraded links, just at that normal speed, and of course not on creep either. Link's going to be poking in, going to try and get this SCV. That'll be a pretty big kill. Pulls that SCV off in time, and picks off a ling or 2, so very clutch pull there by the SCV. Well, obviously it's Bomber controlling him, but you know what I mean. So, Link's coming in, going to get a surround on this SCV. It will go down. These Marines going to have to come. Oh no, he doesn't get out. Excellent SCV control by Bomber. A little bit risky there, but got away safely. Very nice. Speed about halfway down. Ooh, and a Baneling nest coming up, looks like. Where is that Bane nest? There it is right there. So, going to be putting on some 2-base Baneling aggression. Link still picking away at this SCV, and he finally does go down. So another SCV will be forced to continue that command center. Not too sure about the decision to build the command center on the low ground. It's just so much more risky when you can, build it in your base and float it out while it gains energy as an orbital command. Not too sure what Bomber was planning to do with that, or what edge he feels he gains from that. But yeah, most players will decide to build it here and just convert it to an orbital and then float it out. So Stim is coming down, another add-on, another tech lab. 12 links being produced as that Bane nest is about to complete. Looks like Haypro has about 125 gas, so we'll be able to make 5 or 6 Banes as soon as he wants, but speed is done, so let's see if he decides to put that pressure on immediately. It looks like 1 bunker is up. We took a look at the units. Into 17 Marines is out, so that's a nice big number of Marines. Going to be able to deal with those links. Just going to be a matter of splitting on time and avoiding those Banes. Yeah, 6-7 Banes in production now. We see drone SCV count very similar, and with these 2 mules, definitely Terran's going to be pulling ahead. We can see his mineral count slightly higher than Haypro's. And actually 3 more SCVs, so maybe having this command center on the low ground allows him to get those SCVs out a little faster, not having to waste that time flying over this area. Ooh, this is a very nice play by Bomber. Just going to be spreading all his Marines out individually. Going to be very as soon as he gets down all these Banes, going to be able to group them back up again. And these Banes just not doing any damage to these Marines, and he's got a lot of Marines left over. Going to be able to clean up these links. Well, more links streaming and 20 more links in production, so maybe forced to go back up his ramp. In fact, wow, nice little block off here with the Marine Marauder. Going to force these links to pull back, but ooh, that definitely did some damage. Now increasing his supply to about 9. And that supply leak going up there for Haypro. Ling's going to pick away at this command center. Going to have to force it to lift. So Haypro with some nice timing there. Looks like a lot of Marauders being pumped out now. Going to be very useful against those Banelings. And Stim in combat almost done. When those two are done, definitely Bomber will feel a lot more comfortable. But just to be safe, he decided to make this wall off over here. Let's take a closer look at Haypro's base. Looks like he's got an Evo Chamber going up, as well as 2 more gas. Going to be going at that natural. Still no layer tech, though. Going to be holding off on that for some time. Just going to put on a bit more Ling Bane aggression. These Lings doing a very nice job of preventing any mining going down from here. Bomber just going to wait till he has a slightly larger army to... oh, more Banes coming in. In fact, 2 Marauder Stim trying to pick off a Bane. No, it does not go down. Looks like Bomber is going to deter this attack. So another bunker will go down, and it looks like we have +1 melee attacks for our Zerglings and Banelings, so that'll be a nice little upgrade, and maybe he'll do a little bit more of a timing attack once that's completed. Oh, there goes the layer tech now, starting to morph. We see that's about 70 seconds away. Ling's coming in again. Baneling's trying to get past these Marauders, but no, Marauders do a nice job of kind of meat shield right here, preventing those Banes from getting at these Marines. So all you Terran players out there, it's very good to just individually split your Marines. If you're not planning to attack anytime soon and you want to get a nice strong defensive position, just plant your Marines like all scattered out through this area here, and that's pretty safe, keeping your Marauders up here. More Lings and Banes on the way, and it looks like we have a starport coming up, and looks like this factory has already gotten a tech lab on it, so I'm not using it quite yet, but maybe want to get some siege tanks. May just go straight for that MMM style, Marine, Marauder, and Medevac. So looks like Bomber's going to be doing a little bit of scouting, just going to make sure that third is not going up yet. I'm sure he realized that with all the pressure Haypro's put on, he definitely does not have the money to be getting up a third and or teching. So layer is complete now. Have to see where he decides to go with that tech path, and it looks like it's going to be a Spire. There goes the Spire here. Slightly off-center just to kind of avoid any scans, but most likely a scan will pick it up. Might be a little bit better to kind of morph some, to spew some creep with this Overlord and place it in this area. If you really want to hide it, if you're not too worried about it, it's not a big deal. I mean, most players are going to realize that Spire is the next step in the tech path for Zerg, especially with the Lings and Banes out. Rack seems to be indecisive on what it wants to do. Does it want to scout? Does it want to lay an add-on? Does it want to build Marines? Not too sure. A lot of reactors already. So early in the game to have so many reactors. Very interesting play by Bomber here. Looks like we have Baneling speed and +2 attacks going up for Zerg. Very nice, very nice. A third command center on the way for Bomber. So going to be trying to take it over in economy. Lings out on the map, just making sure there's no units. Going to be complete map control for some time now, and once those mutas are out, he will continue to have that map control. Looks like this one medevac did seem to escape the view of this tower, but these 2 Marines might spoil the party as they are on move command following that medevac, and he may have realized what's going on if he has a close eye. Looks like Haypro he is aware of this drop now for sure. Certainly as they have Stimmy is starting to pick up. But these Marines going to do a little bit of damage, going to try and pick up a few drones, but a lot of Banelings coming in, going to clean this up. Does pick up 5 Marines, so gets those away with ease, but these 6 mutas about to spawn may be able to pick off that medevac before it reaches home. And there's the mutas there, and yes, they are going to be hot pursuit on this medevac. Looks like if we take a look at the workers killed, it is 10 for Haypro, only 3 for Bomber, so not this drop, kind of a little bit of a fail. Everything's going to be lost. Only for about 3 workers and an Overlord. A couple siege tanks in position now, not going to be able to attack this head-on. Bomber in a very defensive position. Just going to try and weather the storm of these Mutalisks. And looks like these drones are going to be heading here, and I believe Bomber will have known that this third is up now, as he did see those drones passing by. Looks like a 4th going up at the gold for Haypro, so Haypro definitely in a good position, but it looks like if we take a look at the army tab, yeah, Bomber with the significant army supply lead up to 32 and falling behind in worker supply, but going to have a small timing window now before too many Banes and Mutas are morphed, but he may just decide to go for that 3rd command center, get it saturated, and then move out from there. Nice little group of Marines here to fend off those mutas. Gonna throw up a couple turrets. Does not want to get caught by a mass mutalisk production by Haypro. If he somehow got up to 15, 17, 20 mutalisks, it can be very difficult to handle because he is mixing in a lot of Marauders. Now, Marauders do a very nice job of tanky damage for the Marines, and if you can add them into your composition, they do very well, but you just have to be aware of too many mutalisks, as your Marine count will definitely be limited. But with all these reactor barracks, I think he'll have enough Marines. Looks like we have +1 armor coming down now, following up that +1 weapons that was already researched, and we see +1 carapace coming down for Haypro. So infestation pit on the way as well. Looks like we have a macro hatch here. So Haypro definitely going to be switching over to attacking units soon, as he does have some nice saturation at all of his bases. You can see that there. Let's say you take a look at the income. Yeah, he's up at 62 harvesters. May want to get that a little closer to 70, but as we can see, both players hovering on that very similar income at the moment. 20 more lings on the way, as well as 6 mutas. Ooh, and burrow. So we may see some burrow banes. A lot of Zerg players now using those mutas to lure Marines into burrow banes. These lings and banes may be looking to do a counterattack. Bomber has a semi-wall here. It's not kind of complete, so that will definitely thwart this somewhat, but looks like he's just going to have a nice siege line here, but he should get those tanks sieged up, as these lings are on the way, and they are going to get in. They're going to go into the bane. Are they going to make it? Yes! He does not get the wall up. Oh, this is going to do a ton of damage. Looks like Bomber forced to pull everything back. Muta's just doing so much damage, taking out turrets, trying to take out these reactors. They're so expensive, takes so long to make, very costly damage. Looks like another reactor will go down. All the tanks are here, but really he only needs mutas, Marines to deal with these mutas. Just a handful of lings left. Pathogen glands, as well as +2 flyer attacks. So Haypro very nicely building up his upgrades in a very quick fashion. It definitely has shown, as his supply is not as high as Bomber's, so going to be looking for that late game composition. A lot of upgrades, and ooh, a hive is coming up. Here comes that hive tech, so Bomber going to have to respond to that by either getting some Vikings and Ghosts and or killing him very soon, but don't know how comfortable Bomber feels about moving out right now. These mutas just forcing him to stay at home. 16 mutas going to be coming in again, picking off a Marine. Forced away by 2 turrets here. Oh no, he's going to try and target fire it down. No, he decides to pull back. He does get the turret, but at what cost? Definitely losing a couple of mutas there. You can see, let's see. Yeah, he lost 4 mutas there. Wow, that's a big loss for Haypro. So Bomber in control of the supply and has a nice army right now. Going to be moving out a bit, but this is definitely going to be an opportunity to counterattack by Haypro. So definitely working on this wall. It's in much nicer shape now. Completely solid. A turret here to protect it as well. And Bomber trying to gain some map control, working towards his tower. Going to want to clear some creep here. Does not want to engage all of these units on creep, but no, they're going to go for the surround. He's pulling back all his Marines, and these tanks splash damaging onto himself. The Bane's coming in, tanked by the Marauders very nicely, but everything's going to be cleaned up by these mutas. He pulled these Marines back a little too far. Everything in the red for Haypro. Looks like he's got about 9 mutas left, and morphing a bunch more Banes and 4 infestors on the way. Looks like Bomber opted to get a couple of Thors out, but I think it might be a little late for that, as it looks like Haypro is transitioning into Broodlords. So quickly gonna have to get out some Vikings and or Ghosts. A lot of people use Ghosts these days. Marines stimming in every direction, gonna try and pick off as much as they can, but these Bane leads and Infestor's gonna do a lot of fungal and splash damage. This Marine's gonna try and pick off this hatchery. Big fungal goes down, another fungal. These Marines are just gonna evaporate. Oh my god, fungal is so OP. Jeez, just cleaning up so much supply of Marines. Both players losing a lot of supply, as these tanks are very nice position, just pounding away on this hatch. These Marines going to be able to clean that up as well. And oh no, they decided to go for the third. Just holding position, actually. Going to let these tanks pick off this hatch. Looks like he's just going to hold here for now. This is a very strong position. It allows him to kind of act as a kind of a home base and just spreading out Marines in this direction, allowing him to attack in different paths and just always pulling into this area when he needs to defend. So now going to be taking a more aggressive position, trying to take out this third. Looks like a new fourth is going up for Haypro, but this is going to get cleaned up because a lot of Festers are here. Ooh, Festers going down, but these Lings should be able to clean this up. Yes. Oh, look at all these Marines. So Bomber, his macro is insane. Those reactors are just paying dividends right now. Marine's going to be able to pick off this queen and probably take out this hatch as well. The store doing a lot of damage to the hatch, so